So you've made it over halfway through today's lesson. This third video demonstrates the proper stroke order for the final set of characters for the day. Our next character will be me. To get the idea that most of the characters today have 3 strokes to them, me, as you can see, is no exception. All 3 of them are parallel, they all slant slightly down to the right, and they all stop. So all together now. Stroke 1 slants slightly to the right and stops. Stroke 2 does the same thing, it's a little bit longer, and stroke 3 is the longest of the 3, and voila, we are done. Me. For this character, think of an opera singer warming up, going me, 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 me. Let's move from me now to mo. Mo has 3 strokes and looks a lot like its hiragana counterpart. However, the stroke order is different. The katakana mo begins with the 2 horizontal strokes which stop. And then the 3rd stroke is the one that goes down through the middle and curves to the right. And remember, the hiragana mo did the hook first and then the 2 horizontal strokes. So this is quite different. Let's try all of these strokes together now. Stroke 1, horizontal. Stroke 2, also horizontal. Stroke 3 goes down and curves to the right. Mo. To remember this character, we get tricky here. You might want to think of mo, the hiragana. And let's move from mo to yo. Don't be tricked by yo. Yo is only 3 strokes. The first stroke goes across the top and down the right side. This is actually a very common stroke for kanji, so remember it. The second and third strokes are the horizontal strokes in the middle and across the bottom, and they connect to the right side of the first stroke. Now for a quick look with animation. Bring in the brush, stroke 1 goes across and down, stroke 2 goes across, and stroke 3 also goes across. Yo. This character is easy to remember if you can visualize somebody yodeling. Yodel-hee-hoo! Can you tell why I'm not a singer? And that is our final character for today. Here is the katakana table, and here are all of the characters that we now know. Wow, the table is almost full. But wait, there are a few more characters. Remember the Dakuten and Handakuten table. And these are the characters we know in this table, all but 4 of them. Oh wow, falling behind is definitely not a possibility in the katakana unit. So keep up. Now that we know the characters, let's take a look at some of the nitiru kana. So we talked about mo and mo already. Those 2 characters look a lot alike. Remember, the stroke order is different, however. And now let's talk about some katakana that we really need to pay attention to. Kiotsukeru katakana. We learned shi today, and that looks a lot like tsu. Notice the direction of the 2 dakuten type strokes. For shi, they're almost horizontal. For tsu, they're pretty much vertical. And the 3rd stroke, shi, starts at the bottom and slants up to the right, where tsu starts at the top and slants down to the left. The direction is important. And then, of course, there's n and no that can get confused. Notice the difference is in where the longer stroke begins and ends. But don't worry, we'll add more to this particular pair right here in future lessons. And now let's look at some nitiru-ji. Remember mi? That looks a heck of a lot like the kanji san, the number 3. These two characters provide another wonderful example of why stroke length and direction are important. Also, do you remember why mi was created from san? Remember way back when, that time when we were counting candy? And 3 pieces of candy are mitsu. Okay, so the san kanji also has the reading mitsu. Also take a look at ho. That looks a lot like the kanji hon, or book. So can you tell where ho came from? Now that you have learned all the katakana characters for today, you'll answer a few more questions and move on to the 4th video. After you have completed your notes, remember to finish your practice sheets properly in order to jumpstart your memorization.